Oh, saya nunggu peserta datang apa sekarang?
Sekarang.
Oh, sekarang. Oh, iya.
Pas ada yang rekam.
Oke.
Kita mulai sekarang.
Apa ya?
Kita mulai sekarang.
Oke, gitu. Tes.
Iki kok masku hilang. Oh, itu loh. Lagi mau refresh. Kan iki wis tak kurang-kurangi. Ternyata sama apa? Sama Q&A 30 menit.
Di sini nggak ada suara.
Nah, ngomong apa aku? Hah? Apa? Kayak ini udah 30 menit. Nggak ada notes sih, cuman buat tahu apa rutenya kemana.
Oh iya.
Sekarang lah. Sekarang di depannya ini persis ya. Oh iya.
Apa yang?
Ini harus ngomong ini katanya.
Iya, prosedurnya suruh ngomong.
Maksudnya apa? Aku belum paham. Itu kan di sana di live streamnya.
Live stream.
Iya bukan? Iya sih.
Sebelum mulai kan?
Kamera live streamingnya yang mana?
Ini.
Oh iya.
Iya benar.
Iya benar.
Oh di depan.
Oh di depan aja.
Iya. Gini aja.
Di sini. Udah ya? Oke. My name is Esther Irawati Setiawan and the title of my talk is Multimodal Retrieval Augmented Generation in Action. I hereby agree to abide by the Pycon Asia Pacific Code of Conduct and consent to be recorded and streamed. Oke.
Makasih Kak.
Gitu.
Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam. Good morning everyone and welcome back to Pycon APAC 2024. This is the first session of the day and we are delighted to have you here in class 3A at Nahdlatul Ulama University, Yogyakarta. Today, we're thrilled to introduce Ms. Esther Irawati Setiawan, our speaker for this session on multimodal retrieval augmented generation in action. Ms. Esther is an associate professor with over a decade of experience in natural language processing, machine learning, and social media analysis. She currently heads of the Diploma of Information System and Bachelor of Professional Informatics program at Institute Science and Technology Terpadu, Surabaya. Beyond her academic achievement, Ms. Esther has made significant contribution to the tech community. She is Google Developer Expert in Machine Learning, the founder and organizer of Google Developer Group Surabaya. Without further delay, please join me in welcoming Ms. Esther Irawati Setiawan as she explores the exciting world of multimodal retrieval augmented generation and its application in action. Ms. Esther, the stage is yours.
Okay. Hello everyone, nice to meet you all today. And today I will share about multimodal retrieval augmented generation. So before any details, thank you for the moderator for introducing me. And I'm also a Google developer expert in AI/ML and cloud champion innovator in AI/ML. So if any one of you are interested in this program, you can also discuss with me. And I'm also a woman ambassador for IEEE, which is an organization that shares about research papers and quite academic, but in the industry, people also write papers, and I hope you can also join. And I'm also a Bangkit machine learning instructor. If any one of you are a Bangkit graduate, you can discuss with me also about your capstone project after Bangkit Live. So why do we need multimodal retrieval augmented generation? So nowadays, we know that there are so many generative models and we can see them day by day. But in the near future, we will see more and more AI agents. So AI agents will help us to do most of our jobs easily. And we hope that it can be more and more have intelligence, better intelligence. So the role of AI agent is currently, it can carry out new research processes. It can use edge computing, so it can be on devices, and it can facilitate network interactions and use external data to complete the data that already is in the LLM. And similar to the presentation, any one of you joined the workshops yesterday? Oh, okay, So the difference of my talk today is I will focus more on the multimodal part. So previously, yesterday, we had two very great workshops by the also GDEs yesterday, but today I will elaborate more on the multimodal part. So this was also an example. What is a pixel tablet? But currently, maybe the LLM doesn't know the information. So we have to accompany the information with more external knowledge. So here, the Pixel tablet was designed by Google and contains the Google Tensor chip like that. So with knowledge, we can get fewer hallucinations. And we can use the model and vector database that contains information about new devices that was just developed or created. And in the background or in the back side of the system, actually, it is not just as simple as that, but we need to combine maybe information from the internet. We can use scraping like the yesterday workshop, and then we can also use our vector database, and we can also combine other APIs. So in the back end, it's actually an orchestra. So we will combine each person with or each AI with their expertise and make it one orchestra, and then it will be the knowledge information that will be collected and combined. So we will have the model, the tools, the reasoning and deployment. And reasoning is also something that we need to work on nowadays and day by day. And we hope that it will become more and more speed up and advanced. So but still in the AI agent world, there are some problems like customization for off-the-shelf solution and long timelines from moving to prototype to production, and the maintainability and difficult because there are so much layers like in the orchestra, we have to make sure each part is running well. So it's not just a simple task, but we have to combine various part of it inside, and we have to implement enterprise-ready requirement. So sometimes the people from the companies will ask, how about when our enterprise data is so huge, how can we manage to do the multimodal retrieval augmented generation in a fast way? And that needs to be managed first. So what are the alternatives? We can use frameworks like LangChain and Llama Index. Yesterday there were two workshops. One was with Llama Index and the other was using LangChain. And I will later also show you a simple setup, and yeah, we want to make sure that the AI agents and reasoning can run. And one of the solution is with Vertex AI, and I will explain more about that in the setup. But there's 3 options, so we can use LangChain template. We can start with LangChain template, and we can set up the process in a more easy way. And we can define the functions that we need. We can define the agent and deploy our agent. So this is simple and easy for the first part. And then we can set up the translation if needed, and also set up our API key and set up about the uploading in the Google Cloud Platform. And we can call Gemini. Later, I will also explain about the alternatives for multimodal. So Gemini is one of the alternatives, but Gemini needs to be accompanied by a transformer model that can do multimodality. Yeah, but here we can connect our AI agent to any API and data source directly with the reasoning engine. So this is an example of a Google Maps agent where we can ask, I want to build a solar panel project at Tokyo Big Sight Exhibition Center. So we can discuss directly with Google Maps, and the Google Map can help show pinpoint the location and where can we build the building like that. But there are still other options, so many options, I think. So each option has its own advantage. So you can choose which style that you want, but we can use Gemini. But Gemini cannot run locally, so we will be connecting to an API. And yeah, sure, API needs some budget. So there's also option for the open models like Llama, Mistral, and Gemma. And this one can be fine-tuned also on device and doesn't need to be called each time we need it. And there's other alternatives, but as you know, the full open model, sometimes it doesn't have responsible AI. Yeah? So we have to set up the responsible AI first to make sure that the model can produce results that is not outside the responsible stuff, like that. So we have to make sure safe AI. And this is a little bit of introduction using Notebook LM about the current capabilities where the agents now can discuss with one another. So this is just a simulation, yeah, for the interface. But this is AI discussing one another. And in the future, we can see AI agents be able to communicate directly with humans, and we can ask anything, yeah. So you can hear it for a moment. Yeah, so this discussion is from AI with AI. So we can see in the future that AI agents will also discuss with themselves, one another, and they can do their tasks together like that. And Gemma is a family of open lightweight models that you can explore. And I will later share the slides for the links also. This is some comparison from the Google technology because, yeah, today, thank you for the Google developer team that made me available to come to here today, and I will share about Gemma, Gemini, and LLMs. So these are the 3 alternatives that we can explore. And what is the advantage of Gemma and Gemini compared to general LLMs? So LLMs, they leverage transformers, but for Gemma, they can be run on device and without internet connection, and Gemini is always updated, but there are several versions that you can explore too. And this is the comparison of the performance for Gemma. And there are 2 types of Gemma that we can also use. So there's code Gemma and recurrent Gemma. For code Gemma, we can create programs using the tools, and for recurrent Gemma, we can do predictions like time series prediction and some other alternatives. So this is the models that we can access from Kaggle, from Vertex AI, and from Hugging Face. So in the basic reminder about how RIG works is from the user, and then we can have a chatbot, and the chatbot can communicate with database or online data source, and then we can also utilize LLMs. And yeah, this is the two main parts. Yeah, so we will explore more about the code. So this is an example of Gemma, and we can call the code directly to get answers, and we can combine with our knowledge base later on. So this is some code snippets for your reference. We can ask what is large language models, and we can get an answer, and how does LLMs work, like that. And how about the multimodal part? So we can use the Pali architecture, which has a transformer encoder that extracts text, and decoder that also can be combined. And for example, we have a picture of a flower, and then we ask what type of flower are in the buckets. Then using Vision transformer, we can get the information that combines the image and text in one embedding space. Gemma is one of the options, so you can try it in your own server in your companies, and we can use it combined, and later I will give some code examples. Yeah, so we can handle text and image and do comprehension tasks, and we can answer visual and textual image questions, generate descriptive captions, and also use natural language queries. And this is the thing behind Gemma. So we can use an image encoder, and we can get the tokens between the image and the text, and we can get some output. So for example, we can do image captioning and get information about the image. And what is in the image? Anyone knows? Who is this? Yeah, sir? Yeah, the singer, right? So here the model can answer, this is David Bowie, yeah, the singer. And also we can detect entities inside the image. So where it can detect the important stuff like the cat. There's the cat in the bottom and the cat in the top. And this is some tutorials that you can see later in my Medium. You can try it because this is not a workshop session. So I hope you can explore. And yeah, so what is the most thing that we have to handle about RAG models is hallucination. So we have to make sure that our multimodal RAG has a good model that can handle also hallucinations. To be able to combat hallucination, we have to make sure about these 5 steps. So first is the data storage and retrieval. Yeah, we know that we need an extra step. So storage and retrieval must be used in a good, effective way, because we will need more time to do that. And then we can optimize the embedding step, and we can use sub-question generation for query optimization. And also, if there's so much user accessing together, then we have to do it parallel maybe and maintain the queue like that. And latency, that is great, yeah, because of the process of finding the data, then there will be latency, and that can be handled too. So we can use Google Cloud Storage, for example, or other options. And indexing is a must because we want the retrieval process to be more faster. And maybe we can partition the data, so we can make it different locations or different parts about each topics that the user will access. Also, which topics is popular and which topics is seldom accessed can be also partitioned. And then about the embedding. So yeah, embedding is also an important part because embedding helps to store the maybe data of the movie or video or image or text must be safe in its own format. And then we can also implement hierarchical embeddings. So we will break down the large data blocks into its categories. And dynamic embedding also can be used to do clustering and to help, the main focus is just make it faster. So by using this approach, we can help narrowing down the embedding space so the information can be get in a most fastest way. And for query optimization, so from the keyword that the user asks, we have to like decompose the query, break down to sub-question, just with the target to improve accuracy and speed. And also we can split it by the task, and each modality can be accessed from relevant sources. And query expansion techniques is also important. So before RAG is also actually a concept of information retrieval. So previously, I developed question answering systems, and I see that RAG is a more advanced way with LLM. So before we didn't have LLM, and now we have LLM. So query expansion is one of the techniques in the information retrieval world where maybe the question is not too detailed, and we can initiate the process of expanding the query so we can find the correct thing that the user wants. So yeah, it's one of the techniques. And we have to distribute the load between various sources. And caching is also important because with caching, we can store even embeddings that are frequently loaded, that needs to be frequently loaded. And we can fetch it instantly without new queries. And also asynchronous, we can use Kafka or RabbitMQ to handle the requests that are asynchronous. And yeah, you can use containerization to do scalability. So maybe there's elastic scaling where the resource will be managed. If there are so much user that is trying to access the data, then we can scale up. Or if it's not too many users, then we can scale down. And session is important too. Now with APIs, usually there's no sessions. But in RAG, maybe we need to manage session because maybe the discussion will go on about one topic. So maybe a user will upload a PDF or start an initiative for discussion for a topic, and we don't want to retrieve it again and again and again. So finally, we have to manage with a session so we don't have to do unnecessary retrievals. And we can also do batch processing. Yeah, we can process multiple query from different users. So if the question is similar, then we can retrieve the data together. And using sparse model or distilled version of your model can handle for simple queries. Yeah, that is some thing that we need to consider. Also, don't forget to do monitoring. Yeah, and we hope that we can do the multimodal stuff in a more faster way. So this is a case study where I loaded a PDF. So I use some libraries here in Python. So my approach is using LangChain and Google Generative AI. And for PDF processing, I can use PDF Miner. And for processing the PDF as image, I can use PDF to image. And for extraction stuff from the image, I use PyTesseract. And so for waitress, we can manage the queue and other stuff. And we can use Poplar also and Tesseract. So this is the some stuff. So the production server, we can use waitress, or previously in the workshop, there's a Fast API. It's also cool. So you can use Fast API as an alternative for Flask. And yeah, some snippets of the code. Yeah, so this is the generative part where we can get help from Google generative models to load the results. And this is the session where we can manage some stuff that will be asked again and again. We can save it in a session. And then we can do the question answering chain based on the information that is already stored in the vector store. And we can use models, Gemini Pro, Gemma, you can switch it in any model that you need or want. And I created a simple API, so any other clients can use the RAG system. So we can create routes for adding the PDF, for example, that wants to be retrieved, and then handling the other sessions. Yeah. So yeah, this is a simple data flow from the PDF. Yeah, this is a simple demo from the PyCharm where we can this is an example. Oh, sorry, not PyCharm, but the what I forgot. Postman. Yeah. From the postman, we can create a call and then get the result from the rack system. We can just ask questions from the PDF, and later I will share it in my Medium for you to try. Yeah, so multimodal rack combines text, image, and audios, and you can try so much options for the embedding space. So the important thing for multimodality is being able to process the multimodal data in an embedding space, and one of the most popular approach is Clip, where we can use transformers, and then there's so much options that you can try. Align is from the Google team, and other stuffs. And which one is the best? It's according to your data, so it's case by case. You can explore each of them in your convenience. And this is the pattern. So we actually can do text summarization and get information for image, and we save it in a vector database. Or we can use the previous options for multimodal embedding. So there are two approaches that you can choose. Which one is better? Yeah, it's according to your data, and the best approach is by comparing the two, the performance, the latency, and the accuracy, and later you can choose which approach that is better for you. Okay, so I think you now have the power to create multimodal models, and you can connect with me and check out my tutorials. Also, I share them in the Medium, and later on, I will share about the multimodal approaches in my Medium. Thank you for your time, and oh yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Esther, for such an informative and engaging presentation. We'll now open the floor for question. We'll take up for 3 questions from the audience. So please feel free to raise your hand if you have a question.
Okay, thank you, Esther, for the talk. It's very great. My name is Irfan. Yesterday, I follow workshop from Imre, and I have very much inspiration. Thank you for the inspiration to create product, to create chatbot. Last night, I met a friend that has billion of rupiahs transaction, and he just handle it with Instagram, and the order is from WhatsApp. I have inspiration, and I talk to him that, hey, you can actually use AI to automate the process, and everything will be very easy. Because if you still manually use the human for the order, it's not scale anymore. My question is, how is this RAG security or the production ready will be very easily to be implemented to create a product, and the platform agnostic, like can we not use Google platform and use another platform to create the chatbot product, something like that. Thank you.
Okay, I can directly answer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's so much WhatsApp chat. Yeah. WhatsApp chat. Yeah. So we can use WhatsApp API to export the chat, or we can just like choose the threads and then right-click export. Yeah, because WhatsApp automatically export image and text directly, and then we can put it in like one vector store. And there are so much options, not all Google options. So we can also use from the Llama index, for example, for indexing and for storing the data. And then, it's platform agnostic. So we can just choose which platform that we want for our APIs. And then I think, what is his aim? So is it like a customer service WhatsApp chat, or? For ordering. Okay. Oh yeah, it was like yesterday's demo, right? Yeah. So yeah, we can get the patterns of how the customer orders, and then we can provide knowledge base about the products that is being sold, like the information, the pictures, and maybe customers will like to do a comparison about which product is better for him. So we can also help, and we can also combine with the customer profile. So if the customer has previous transactions, we can also collect those transactions, and then we can do the profiling for him, and we can cross-check with the image. For example, if he already bought several items, we can know from the picture what is his preference, and then we can add it on also as an information when he tries to buy a new stuff. We can give him recommendations, and we can rank the recommendations based on the customer's profile. And yeah, I think there are so much embedding tools. The clip is not from Google. So clip is the most popular multimodal embedding, and you can also use that. And then yeah, that's my recommendation.
Sorry. So,
Hmm.
my question is the security and
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
for the RAG system.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the security part. Yeah, so the security part is by I only know in the Google Cloud. So in the Google Cloud, we can do encryption because from the client to the rack system, there must be data that is transported. So we can like do encryption, and then in the storage for the vector store and the index, we can also activate the firewall, and then the encryption also we can use cloud management keys. Yeah, I think Mr. Imre knows it. So cloud KMS, if I'm not mistaken, because I sometimes get mixed up between Google Cloud and AWS. So yeah, we can use cloud encryption keys, and also I think that is the important thing is protecting the data that is being transported, and then protecting the data that is on the server, like that, using the available options for security in the cloud. There are so much protection that can be done like that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thanks for the answer. Is there any other question?
I don't know if it's okay. Okay. I have one question. Is that actually for RAG or also LLMs, there are a lot of benchmarks, but then the models will train on this benchmark to improve. What do you think could be a way to measure a multimodal RAG performance or a strategy if you are building one from scratch?
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for your question. Yeah, so we have to create it's like a machine learning model also. We have to create, for example, FAQ data. So we want, for example, if the company already has a human customer service, or the company itself already has the previous data where a human gave recommendation based on the profile, then we can use that as a data for benchmarking. So usually I collect FAQs from the company, and I also collect chat threads. Yeah, so from human customer service that has helped the customer to buy its product, we can collect that and use it as a benchmark. So later we can also calculate the accuracy from the rack system and also from LLMs. It's the same. We can calculate the accuracy with a training set. Yeah, that's the same like machine learning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
For the last question.
Yeah.
Actually, hello.
Oh yeah.
Speaker, okay. So actually, I would like to build some kind of a knowledge management system by myself, and I really like the article. So can I have your Google Sheet later?
Oh, presentation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I will share it to the committee. The committee has prepared one folder for all speaker slides, and later will be shared.
Yeah. And my question is, this is maybe unrelated, but regarding the context window of the model. So a model has a context window, right? Like 512 tokens, 1024. How can you extend the context window that is small so that it can retrieve larger documents effectively?
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we can do chaining. Yeah, so from we can give, for example, we give some information and we get results. And if it's not enough or we need a larger window, then we can continue to ask by narrowing down from the previous stat or previous conversation with the LLM. Then we can continue but give the important context. So from the previous request, for example, to the LLM, we can narrow it down, take the important parts, and we can give it again to another chat. So we can do the chaining process. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you once again, Miss Esther, for your insightful talk and for sharing your expertise with us. Let's give her a warm round of applause.
Thank you.
This concludes our session on multimodal retrieval augmented generation. We hope you found it inspiring and insightful and encourage you to explore Python potential in advancing multimodal generation. Thank you to everyone who participated, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session. Have a great day. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jatuh lala. Aku nggak latihan Inggris. Hah?